Hi, Lucy. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are
Oh,
you?
I'm good, thank you. Good to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, good to meet you. Where are
That's,
you located?
so I'm in Thailand. I'm in Bangkok.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's great to meet you. Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah, great to meet
accepting
you.
my request. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, my
Yes.
pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you. Could I just ask you to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. I'm Lucy, and I am a English teacher and also a yoga teacher. And I
Okay.
am living at the moment. I'm living in Mexico, and I'm
Oh.
from the UK originally, and I
Mm-hmm.
am really passionate about traveling. So I spend a lot of time traveling and experiencing new cultures. And yeah, so that's why one of the reasons that I'm in Mexico, and
Yeah.
also to learn Spanish as well. So I'm a
Oh, I
language
see.
learner as well. Hmm.
That's amazing. Wow. So how long have you been in Mexico? Has it been a few years or quite recent?
Yes, in total 5 months, but
5 months.
I was in Mexico at the beginning of this year. I went back to
Right.
England for the summer, and then I returned to Mexico last month. So not that long. I'm quite new to Mexico, actually.
Okay, that's
Hmm.
great. And how are you finding it? Are you enjoying living there? Has it been a good
Yes,
experience so far? Yeah.
yes, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the area that I live is
Mm.
close to Cancun, and it's
Okay.
very beautiful, like beachy, tropical area. So I
Wow.
live
Yeah.
5 minutes from the beach. There are lots of good
Amazing.
restaurants.
Yeah.
There, yeah, is amazing food. I love Mexican food and the culture, the people. So the
That's
lifestyle is
great.
just really amazing for me.
Oh, it sounds great. So why did you decide on Mexico rather than another country? What was it that drew you? Was it the reasons that you said, or was it something else?
Yeah, I have lived in other countries as well.
Right.
For example, Bali, Indonesia, Vietnam, Australia, and also
Wow.
Spain. But I
Yes.
like to explore the world, I suppose, and
Yeah.
I like to change my environment and experience new places. I feel that there is a lot of growth and a
Mhm.
lot to learn, and it really opens my mind
Oh, that's
to
fantastic.
explore
Yeah.
new places. So
Yes.
that reason, and my Spanish, I wanted to practice my Spanish, which
Yes.
I learned when I lived in Spain, but it was
Mhm.
many years ago.
Okay.
And then I didn't practice my Spanish for a long
Yes.
time. And as you know, you
Mm.
need to keep up with a language or you lose it. So I didn't want
Mm.
to completely lose my
Yes.
Spanish. So it seemed like a good
Okay.
opportunity to explore a new country and
Mhm.
also pick up the language again.
That sounds great. Wow. And it's so different to the UK, I'm sure. I've never been to Mexico, but like I'm just thinking like in terms of Thailand, how different Thailand is to England and how different
Hmm.
Mexico would be, yeah, to England. So where could I ask you where you're from in England, please? Which part of England are
Yeah,
you from?
the East Midlands.
Ah, I see. Right.
Nottingham is my nearest city.
Oh, that's great. So is that where you grew up? Did you grow up in Nottingham?
Well, yeah, I grew up in a very small village actually. So
Yeah.
Nottingham, I say Nottingham because it's my nearest city, because most people don't know where I'm from. It's a very
Right.
tiny, like English village. So
Okay.
I grew up there my whole life. So I was born there. And
Oh, I
it's a
see.
beautiful, it's a beautiful, very British village with
Yes.
lots of fields and farms and nature and very
That's
peaceful.
amazing.
So yeah, it's a
Yeah.
nice place. I like going back home again to
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. So you said that you went back recently. So do
Mhm.
you try to go back every year? Is that part of the
Yeah. Usually at least once a year I will
right?
return, because
Okay.
I like to see my family and my friends. So I lost you.
Hi, sorry, Lucy. Something disconnected. I'm glad we could.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's
No
great.
problem. It happens.
Okay, thank you. So you try to go back every year. Yeah. So do you think that you'll stay in Mexico long term, or do you think that you'll go back to England in the end?
I think I will stay here for a while, for a
Right.
few more months at least. I like
Yes.
to spend a good amount of time in a country because I think that's when you really get to know the country. So
Okay. Yes.
I think at least 6 months. It could be longer. I live
Yes.
my life very freely, so I don't have like a big
Yes.
concrete plan. But
Right. I see.
I don't think I will live in England
Yes.
for a while, like permanently, because I
Right.
just the lifestyle is different in England. It's a great
Mm,
country, but I prefer to be
yeah.
somewhere that has like better weather, a more
Right.
outdoors lifestyle. I like to be close to
Yeah.
the beach, so
Yeah.
this lifestyle suits me more than England, which is why
Right.
I have lived abroad for a long
Yeah.
time.
That makes sense. I mean, for me, I've been in Thailand for 14 years, so it's a really long
Wow.
time. And I just feel like, we like both countries, but we feel
Mm,
really like we've adjusted to Asia and it's just become kind of home, like a second home, I guess. But
yeah.
then we try, like you, we try and go back every year whenever there's a long holiday. We
Mm,
try to go back. So yeah, we were there last Christmas, and I think that was the first Christmas that we've been back because it's usually in the summer, and it was freezing. I think we forgot how
yeah.
cold it gets in December, and we missed the sunshine, I have to say. Yeah. So
Yeah, it feels very cold, doesn't it, when you
it
return, when you're
does.
used to the warmer climate.
Yeah, I have 3 boys, and my boys loved it. They're teenagers, and they were really happy to be back because they felt like it's quite humid in Thailand, so they like the kind of cold weather. But for me,
Mm,
I was just like, oh, miss the sunshine. Yeah, that's
yeah, it's
good.
nice to have that contrast. I think if you live in a hot country, it's nice to go back to like a cooler climate for a while. I think for your system, it's quite nice. But
Yes,
then
I agree.
I always feel ready to return to the
Yeah.
heat.
That's great. How about in terms of like, so you've built like your community around where you live. So would you say you've got good friends and a good kind of support system in place as well in Mexico? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm building it. I think I'm
Yeah,
still working on
that's
it.
nice. Yes.
But because I teach yoga, I recently started running some classes, and
Okay.
this is my plan, I suppose, to build community this way because it's something that I love and I can
Yes.
share with people, and it allows me to attract like my tribe, so to speak,
Right.
my people.
It's
So
amazing. Yeah.
I have a few connections, a few friends, but
Yes.
it's something that I'm working on. It's something that you have to think about when you travel a lot. Like you have to put the energy and the effort into building new
Yeah.
friendships and connections.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does take time, doesn't it? And it's not always instant. It can take months or like even a year or whatever to find people that you really connect with and that you want to spend time with. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's true.
true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and it's quite transient. I think
yeah,
some places, like I don't know if you feel the same about Thailand, but a lot
yeah,
of the places that I've lived can be transient. So people
yeah.
come and go
Yeah, it is
often.
really like that. Yeah, it
Mm.
is. It's kind of people come for a few years and then they go back. And in terms of like my children's school as well, it's the same. They build up friends and then the friends go back to their country or to another country. So it's kind of like adapting yourself all the time, isn't it? And I
Yeah,
think it makes
exactly.
you, yeah, it's quite nice. It makes you very kind of independent, I guess, but then it can be emotional when you have friends that leave as well. It depends. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I enjoy being on my own as well, which is a good thing. So I'm good with being alone and me time,
That's
but it's
good.
also so important, I realize from
Yeah.
moving a lot and traveling a lot, how important it is
Mm,
to make, yeah, like lasting friendships and
yes.
connections. So yeah, it's something that you need to think about when you
Yeah.
move abroad or travel often.
Yes, that's right. And I saw on your profile, Lucy, that you lived in Bali as well. So
Yes.
is that where
Yeah,
you were
I did.
before Mexico? Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Bali and then Vietnam for a short time as well. So I was in Bali for a year and a bit, like about 14 months in total.
Yeah.
And then Vietnam for a couple of months. And then I came to
Mm.
Mexico. So a bit of a random, like
Yeah.
Vietnam to Mexico. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it was just, I was following my heart.
Yeah. That's great. I love the idea of just being free and like going to different countries and just living where you want to live without any commitments. That's so
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
it's a nice lifestyle. I
Yeah.
love Bali as well. Bali has a
Yeah.
really great lifestyle.
Um,
Again, great people, great food, great nature, beautiful
mm,
beaches. So
yes.
similar lifestyle in a way to Mexico.
Yeah.
Very different
Yeah.
culture, but there are similarities in how you live. You know, there's big communities of like
Mm,
yoga communities, that kind of
mm,
thing, people that are interested in health and wellness and
yeah.
personal development, these areas. So you can meet a lot of people here that have also spent time in Bali, for
Oh,
example.
I
So
see.
mm,
Yes. So I think I went to Bali about 20 years ago. It was like I was
mm,
probably quite young then, so I'm sure it's changed a lot since then. But I
yeah.
remember it's really cultural, and then you've got like the modern side as well. So it's like a mix of different lifestyles, really, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really
Okay.
easy place to live. I think
Yeah.
it's become more and more westernized, but it still has
Right.
so much rich culture.
Yes.
And it's just the people are beautiful, like really
Mm,
beautiful, like people
yeah.
in Bali. I don't know if you had that experience, but
Right. I don't remember
yeah.
too much about that, but I think
Mm,
I remember they were like Thai people, like very warm and friendly,
yeah,
very
probably very
willing to
similar.
help. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
haven't
so
been to Thailand yet, but it's on
yeah.
my list. Like I really
Yeah.
would like to visit Thailand
Yeah.
because I love the Southeast Asian
Right.
countries.
Yes, yeah. I would definitely recommend it. Yeah. So when we first came here, we were like tourists and we were like going to the islands and doing all that, especially during the pandemic. Everything was closed except
Yeah.
for obviously the country was open, the islands were open. So it was really nice just to explore like all Phuket and Koh Samui and all the like eat
Mm,
the local food and everything. But then I think the longer that we've been here, we've kind of become it's been about family and kind of community and
yeah.
settling in. Yeah, but we know that there are, places to visit, but we don't go as often as before. But yeah, it's a very laid back lifestyle. I think like Mexico probably, and
Mm,
like Bali. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It
great.
becomes like it becomes home, doesn't it? And then it's
Yeah,
just more daily life
exactly.
and
Yeah,
you're living in paradise. So
yeah.
it's like it's great. You have the
That's
option
true.
to explore and travel, but
Mhm.
yeah, I like just having I like to explore and go
Yeah,
to different islands, beaches, and
right.
explore the
Yeah.
history. But I also just like to live my daily life and
Mm-hmm.
do simple things like go to the local cafe, do a
Yeah,
yoga class. I think
exactly.
it's a nice way to experience a country,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
doing everyday things.
That's true. Sounds lovely. Yeah. And
Mm.
in terms of the yoga, have you been like teaching yoga for a while? Because I always hear about the benefits of yoga, but I've never tried
Mhm.
myself. So would you recommend it to someone who hadn't
Oh
tried
yeah,
it?
100%. Yeah. I recommend it to everyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I have been teaching for about 7 years,
Okay.
and it's changed my life. It's a big statement, but it has changed my life, my body, like physical health, my mental health, emotional,
Mm,
and there's
yeah,
also a strong spiritual component for me. And
right.
it's just, I think, something that's really important in the world at the moment
Mm,
because we are living such busy lives, right? And I
mhm.
think it's hard sometimes for people to slow down, and
Yeah,
they spend a lot of time in their heads, like thinking and in
right.
the future, in the past. And yoga
Mhm.
teaches you to slow down and be present and be in your body. So there
Yeah,
are so many benefits and so many different styles of yoga
yeah.
that you can do.
Mhm.
So I think it's possible for anyone, beginner, it doesn't matter your age or your gender, to
Right.
have a yoga practice. So I would
Mhm.
highly recommend it. I imagine in
Yeah.
Thailand there are some great yoga spots as
There
well.
are, yeah. I think especially in the north of Thailand, like near the mountains, they have yoga retreats, and I have friends who have been, but I've never actually been myself. So is there like a type of yoga that you do? Is there like something type of yoga that you specialize in?
So it's hatha yoga and vinyasa. And so I would say there's three styles that I like: hatha yoga, hatha, vinyasa, and yin. And I just take elements from each of these styles, and I have my own style. I like to teach in a kind of flowy way, but I like to have longer holds in the poses, because I think it's good for getting a good deep release, a good stretch, and building strength as well. If you want to build strength, it's good to be able to hold the poses for longer and have that mind muscle connection. So it's there's also a big element of yoga which is to do with the breathing, like the breathing techniques. So I like to do a lot of, we call it pranayama, a lot of breathing in in how I teach.
Yes. Right. So in terms of a beginner starting yoga, you think that it would be something that you could start and then continue for many years? You would recommend?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I always tell people about my student in England. He is 87 years old now. And when he started with me, he was, I think, 85, 84 maybe. And he had never done yoga in his life. So often you have older people that have done yoga all their life, and they are maybe in their 80s and they've practiced for a long time, and it's amazing. But this man had never practiced yoga before, and then started at 85 years old. So I think it shows you that it's possible for anybody to start yoga practice.
That's amazing. Wow, to start at that age and to have that kind of, that's amazing, because it helps with flexibility as well, doesn't it? Being flexible.
So good. Flexibility, mobility, strength.
That's amazing.
I think the mental health is one of the biggest benefits as well.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So I am from India originally, and India is like obviously like a yoga place as well. So it's very popular there as well. So let's see, in terms of your journey from, like, let's say you're a tutor on Cambly, and you're, how did that come about? Did you have like a teaching background before you became a tutor, or how did that work?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I moved to Spain. It was about, I try to remember how many years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, I moved to Spain with my boyfriend at the time, because he was a teacher and he got offered a job there. So we decided to live in Barcelona because it was an amazing opportunity. But I didn't have any Spanish at the time. And so there weren't that many opportunities, I suppose, like career opportunities or work opportunities for me. And so teaching English was a really good option, because as you know, many people do that when they want to go and live in another country. It's a really good option for us as English speakers. So I decided to do my TEFL, my course, which was 4 weeks. I did it in Barcelona. And I don't know that I had thought about it before as being something that I wanted to necessarily do. But when I thought about it, I felt excited. It felt like a really good, something that you can use all over the world, right? So I think as someone who loves traveling, it's like a really good option.
Yes.
So I did my training, which was 4 weeks long, and then went straight into teaching in Barcelona. So my experience in the beginning was in Barcelona. I was living there for 3 years. And then after that, I just continued doing online classes, or the odd, like the odd in-person class when I'm traveling, if I meet somebody that needs help. But mostly now I just teach on Cambly.
Right. I see.
Yeah, like the other things that I'm doing.
Yeah. That's great. And Cambly is so flexible, isn't it? And you can teach
Exactly.
anywhere
Yeah.
and anytime. Yeah, I really like it. So I've been on Cambly for about 3 years, teaching
Mm,
on Cambly, and it's really good because we learn while we teach as well, don't we? So there's
exactly.
yeah, I think there's so
Yeah.
much I know now about different countries that I wouldn't have probably known
Mm.
before. So it's been
Yeah,
really
it really
good.
opens your mind to
It
other
does.
cultures and countries. And now there are countries that I
Yeah,
want to visit because I've
yeah,
spoken to my students and they've, like,
exactly.
for example, Turkey was somewhere that I was never really wasn't on my radar, but now because I
Yeah,
have so many Turkish students, they tell me
yes,
so many things about their culture, their food, their, beaches, the cities, the
exactly.
history that is
Yeah.
fascinating because it's what
Yeah.
I love to do. So it's like I get to travel through the screen. It
Yeah.
feels like it because I feel like I know Turkey so well, even though I've
Yes,
never been.
it
But now I have
happens.
this desire to go. I'm like, I really want to visit. So this
Yeah,
happens, yeah, with a lot
yeah.
of countries.
Oh, that's amazing. I think for me it would be Japan because I've got like several Japanese students and just
Yeah,
and just having students from different parts of Japan and they talk about like Kyoto, how it's very like traditional, the traditional part and then
yeah,
Osaka and so many different parts. And when they show you pictures and things like that. So it really inspires you
yeah.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
me to
really
Japan
good.
as well for me. It's
Oh,
also like
cool.
at the top of my list. And
Oh, going
uh,
to Japan, yeah.
Japan, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it
exactly.
sounds like an amazing country. And it's very
Yes.
popular at the moment. People seem to
Mm,
be drawn to Japan.
yes.
So I think the culture is very popular.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, like the people are beautiful. They have
Mm,
amazing food. So it's
exactly.
really a privilege to teach on Cambly. It's given me
Yeah.
more than I thought that it would. Um,
Yes.
yeah, because I thought, I'm
Yeah,
here to teach, but I feel like it's always a really nice exchange because I learn so much in the
exactly.
process.
Yeah, and every student is different and they have their different learning needs and their different cultures. So it's really, yeah, it's amazing. Talking about like older students, I had a student on there who was 83 or 84 from Japan
Wow.
who had like
Oh,
3 part-time jobs. She was
wow.
amazing, and I just used to think sometimes when I feel tired, I used to think I've got no reason to be tired. She's
Yeah.
like, doing all these things. Like she works in a restaurant and she's kind of looking after old people herself. That's one of her
Oh my
jobs.
gosh, it's so
And
inspiring, isn't it?
it's so inspiring. And she makes handbags out of kimonos and sells them online. And there's just like so much. So I always think like aging is about attitude, isn't it? It's about your
It's so
mind, how you feel.
true. Hmm.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, you can
true.
choose to give up and like just, yeah, or you can
Yeah,
continue to. I think as you get older, you need to just continue to live your
yeah,
life and do things and be active
exactly.
and keep your mind going. And that's why I
Yeah,
think it's great if you can continue to do something even
yeah,
when you're retired, right? You can continue
yeah,
working. You just maybe change your profession. And I noticed that a lot of my
yeah.
Japanese students, it's quite common for them to retire from their
Mhm.
job, maybe their
Yeah,
corporate job, but then go into a different line of work that's a little bit more relaxed so they can
yes.
continue working.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And here in
Mm,
Thailand, many women have like businesses and they have their own, and like food is a big part of the culture as well. I think like
yeah,
Mexico. So like our
yeah,
neighbors, they were working in like an accountancy firm and then they decided they wanted to set up their own food business. So they like, sell crab sticks and food from a stall as well. That's like something they do on the side. So I like the fact that they're really enterprising and they do different things. It's really
yeah.
inspiring.
It's
Yeah,
it's really
that's
interesting to learn what people are
yeah,
doing like around
exactly.
the
Yeah,
world. And it's nice, I think, that you meet people and they have a very different life, a very different
yeah,
background. Everything is so different, but then there are also always so many things that you still have in common. And I think
yes,
it
that's
it
right.
makes me feel very connected to people because
Yeah,
it's like we're all so different, but I think we all still have like very human like qualities and a lot of the same
that's true.
challenges and a lot of
Yeah,
the same like things that we like to do and celebrate. So it feels like a
exactly.
nice way to
Yeah,
just like connect people more
yes.
and remove the separation that is sometimes
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I agree. It's great, actually. So, in terms of your family, Lucy, I haven't really asked you. So, in England, I have my parents and I have a sister who's like 1 year older than me. So, do you have like family in the place where you grew up, or have they like moved to different
Yeah.
areas? Or, yeah.
Yeah, my mum and dad are still in the same village where I grew
Okay.
up. So
Right.
they've been there since before I was born, actually, like
Yes.
a couple of years before I was born. So they
Okay.
will be there now for the rest of their
Yeah.
lives. They are
I
very happy,
see.
very content. And
Yes.
then I have a sister who lives in Leicester, but is
Okay.
moving to Bristol soon
I
with her
see.
partner. And then a brother, my older brother, is in America. He's living in
Oh,
America. Yeah.
okay. So there's three of you, three,
There's
you
three
and others.
siblings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
sorry. That noise.
that's okay.
There's always noises in, like, I don't know if it's like this in Thailand, but there's always
Yeah.
like a random noises in
Yeah.
Mexico.
There are sometimes like traffic or like something happening outside. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody
So
selling
that's,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's one thing that I find very different in the UK. Like it's much quieter every time we go back. It's kind of like the roads are
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah. The kind of,
Yeah, I
it
think it's
seems
just cultural, isn't it? We're a bit more like maybe reserved, and I know not
yes.
everybody is the same, but I think sometimes, yeah, it's just interesting to see these differences in cultures, and I think we
Yes.
tend to be a bit more I don't know how to describe it, but
Yeah.
reserved or kind of, and there's
Yeah.
more rules, I suppose, like on the roads, for example, whereas in
Yeah.
Asia and Mexico, it's a bit more like, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
free for all.
Yeah.
Less regulations,
That's
less
true.
controlled in a way. That's what I
Yes.
like about especially Southeast Asia. It feels like a very
Yeah.
free, more
Yeah.
free place.
That's true. Yeah. So you mentioned that Japan is on your bucket list. So do you think that will happen like next year? Are you planning that to
Yeah,
happen?
I in my mind next year, but
Right.
then I think about all the places that I want to visit next year, and I think, will it happen?
Yes.
But Japan, Turkey, also Italy and
Oh,
Portugal, I would say are, I think these places are top of my list at the
yes.
moment. So like a Europe trip would be really nice, and then for
Yeah.
Asia it would be Japan, and I'd love to go come to Thailand and go back to
Right.
Bali, because Bali feels like a home, like a
Yes.
second
Yeah.
home, one of those places that I can return to. There's people,
Yeah.
there's communities that I already
Exactly.
know. So
Yeah.
yeah, these are the, like, this is the rough plan, my
Yeah,
travel.
that sounds great because you kind of have your community in each place that you live in. So you've got friends everywhere, which is lovely. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
exactly. Yeah.
good. Yeah. So what time is it now, Lucy? Lucy in
It
Mexico?
is 8 a.m. 8
8
a.m.
a.m. So your day's just getting started. Here it's almost 8
Yeah.
p.m. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You're a whole 12 hours ahead of me then. Mm.
Yes, that's right. So what's your plan for the day? Are you teaching yoga today? Or are you on camping?
No, no yoga today, but I have quite
Yeah.
a lot of Cambly lessons today. I have a lot
Right.
of students at the weekend. So
Yes.
yeah, I think because a lot of people aren't working at the weekend, they
Mhm.
like to have lessons. So usually I do a lot of teaching and just
Yeah.
relaxing at home. I might go down to the beach later. So it's
Yeah.
just quite a relaxing day with my students, and
Yeah.
maybe I will cook something later,
Mm.
go out and have a coffee.
That
Yeah,
sounds
just
good.
take
Yeah.
it easy.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your time, Lucy. I really appreciate it. It was lovely to
You're
meet
so
you.
welcome. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really nice to meet you too.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice evening.